Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and this video is going to be very quick. I just want to show you how to create user interface elements in Unity. This is something you're going to need to do in your Gravity game project, which is your term project for this class. The nice thing is it's actually pretty easy. So I'm going to show you the process here very quickly. So user interface stands for, it UI stands for user interface, and a user interface is essentially all the things you can see on the screen, the things that the user can see but aren't necessarily a part of the game world. So things like, the title screen, or buttons that you can click, or, your health bar, or points that pop up above a player's head whenever you hit them, or whatever it is. Those are all user interface elements. So let's create a new one. I'm going to go to create, and down here in UI, I'm going to create some text here. I'm actually going to scroll over here. Come on. There we go. So my text is way down there. Let's bring them up. Now, the reason why I had to scroll out so far is because this thing that was just created, this canvas is a required element for Unity, and it is large and in charge. It's a big, big element, okay? But all of your user interface elements live on the canvas, so you can see how text is a child object of canvas. There's another required element that was created automatically called event system. Now the event system handles things in the game like, what happens when I push a button? Where do I go when I do this? Inputs and outputs for the user interface system. That is required as well. Don't delete that, and don't delete canvas either. All right, I'm going to select my canvas again, and there is one thing I want to change here, just to make sure that I can see the user interface properly. Over here in render mode, instead of screen space overlay, I'm going to change it to screen space camera, so that it puts my user interface on the camera while I'm playing the game. So I can actually put those elements where they're supposed to go, and they'll stay there in relation to the camera, not in relation to the game world. Hopefully that makes some kind of sense. Anyway, let's go to my text element and let's make some changes. First of all, I want to change the actual text. Let's say hello. Okay. And in here, I can change my font style and all that. I'm going to make it bold, and I'm going to make it nice and big. Ooh, my words disappeared. Okay, let's make that a little bigger. And make it nice and big. Okay. Now, my camera has a blue background, and I'm putting black words on the screen, so this actually should work. Let's go ahead and hit play and see what it looks like. Hey, and look, I have some text on my screen. Fantastic. All right, that's exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, so let's see, what other options do we have in text that we can play with? Well, we can change the font, but we don't have any custom fonts loaded in, so I'm not going to worry about that. We can change the line spacing to spread it out just a little bit more, but that doesn't seem to be doing much for us, so I'm going to leave that alone. We can center that text so that it's in the center of the box there. I can change the wrap settings. Um, let's see. I can set it to best fit so it fits automatically within the text box. Okay. I can change the color. I can make it, red or blue or green or whatever I want the color to be. I can even add a material to this text here. If I have a cool custom material, I can add a material to it. Anyway, that's all fun and games. That's all cool stuff. Let's add some more stuff to our user interface. Let's see what else we can add. Ooh, let's add a slider. All right, cool. We have a slider here. Let's make it a little bigger. Ooh, sweet. So we have a slider now that we can slide back and forth. I can change the, uh, I can change what happens. Ooh, I can change what happens when it transports. I can change the target graphics, so I can change that. I can change the color here, make it like a red slider for that, and the highlighted color can be just a slightly pink or something. Let's see. Oh, there's all kinds of cool stuff I could do. Anyway, I'm going to stop playing around with that. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Cool. So I have the slider that I can slide back and forth. Sweet. Right on. Well, that's fun. What else can we add? Ooh, and there's some other stuff here. Ooh, there's all kinds of stuff. Now, a lot of UI elements have their own child objects within it. So this is the parent object slider. Within, we have background, which I could probably change the background of the slider. Cool. We have fill area, right? The fill. Probably change the color of that too, so it looks like as that slided, what's going to be filled in. The slide handle. So there's all kinds of cool things we can play around with here. But let's add some new stuff. Let's go create UI. What looks interesting? A scroll bar, drop down input field, a new canvas. Ooh, there's all kinds of stuff. An image. We can add an image to it. Let's do a button. Let's add a button. Ooh, nice. Okay, so the buttons by default look kind of like this. Cool looking buttons, I guess. We can change what the button looks like. We can go in here and change the source image of the button, change it to a new button. You know, if we had some other objects in here, we can add those. We can change the color of the button here as well. You can change the text by looking at the text here and press me, and then we can make it bigger. Press me. Okay, cool. Now buttons are a little special because if we look down here at the bottom of the button, um, we can see the on-click option. Now the on-click option is essentially, that's where we put what we want to have happen when the button is pressed. I'm sure the slider has, yep, on value changed. These are going to be tied to scripts, right? So the button has an on click, the slider has an on value changed. And when we write our scripts, which you're not writing scripts, I'm writing scripts. When I write my scripts, I need to tie them to the button. I need to indicate what's going to happen when the button is pushed. Are we going to go to the first level? Are we going to quit the game? Are we going to make something change? What are we going to do, right? And this is where we tell that how to behave. We would just add a new function in here and we would be able to change that. So user interfaces are actually pretty easy. We just drag the objects out in here. We can just kind of move them around. We can change their functionality. We can write scripts that will change how this stuff works. We can create an entire game using nothing but user interface elements if we wanted to. But anyway, I just wanted you to take a look at the user interface, get a feel for what it looks like and how it operates. The user interface we create in this next project is very simple, but if you want, you can create a background for your UI. You can create, bring in a new custom font. You can make a new cool looking button. It's completely up to you. So I just wanted you to see what it looks like, and then once you're done watching this video, there's no quiz this week. There's no assignment this week. What you want to do is you want to go directly to week 8 and you want to start working on your gravity game project. Okay? So I'm done with this lecture. There's nothing extra for you to do this week. You are officially done with week 7, but I guarantee you're going to want that extra time to work on the gravity game project for week 8 because it is a big deal. So go right there and start working on it right now. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for paying attention, and I will see you in the gravity game project.